was cooping.
We're gonna be cool. Internet cable, check. Nobody's in the shop. Internet cable's
Nobody's in
secure.
the shop. Bob, where's Bob? Get there.
Where's Bob? Is Bob here? Bob better show
Over
up.
there. Hey, I see us. Okay.
Hey, I got a notification. We're live.
I didn't get any notification, so I got a reminder because I said it.
Why would I get a notification on Hope This Works
I don't
that we're
know.
live? Interesting. Is that your soda pop or mine?
That one's mine.
Okay. Who's here? Dave's here.
Dave's always here.
Dave was here first. Virginia was here.
Hi,
and
Dave.
she says,
Look,
"Heck,
I'll
it's
come
too
back
early.
later. I was doing stuff.
Let's deal with stuff."
Hello, ladies.
Nathan came in.
Yep.
Andrew's here. Right on
I have
time.
something for you today, Nathan.
Uh-oh.
Now, actually, Nathan, let me ask you this. Okay, for those of you who, just I'll make it quick, then we can continue to say hello. There was an Instagram moment that Kevin put out there, and I
A couple weeks ago.
took the opportunity to mess with the man. So he posted something about the impending accumulation we were going to get, and it was going to be about a foot storm. So
Yep.
I said in an Instagram comment, whoever sees this, if you guess how much snow we get, you can decide what Kevin wears in his next making sawdust video. And I was like, like my robe or whatever. And Nathan latched right onto it. And he may have been the only one that answered, but he said 8 inches, and it was straight 8. And so he picked my robe. So Kevin is going to have to,
No, I'm not.
yes, have a making sawdust video. Unless, of course, Nathan, if you're there, tell me now, buddy.
He's here.
If you'd rather he wore it for an entire live stream,
No.
you choose.
No.
Live stream, making sawdust video.
Not.
Live stream, you decide.
I get to wear clothes.
You could wear shorts. It'd be all right.
And
It'd
socks.
be hilarious. Socks. With your Crocs.
With my Crocs.
Freak. All right, who else is here?
T-shirt. I want a T-shirt.
Let me know, Nathan. Say, okay.
You guys.
Dave, Nathan. Me. Hi, I'm here. Homestead humor.
Virginia says, I think the live stream might be better. This way it doesn't get ruined in the workshop. Well, yeah, there's power tools out there.
See, and I'm a little bit concerned for his safety, which is why I said he could wear shorts, but
Kevin's choice on which video. Good.
okay, so he can pick a making sawdust video. All right, I'm down with that. Which one's the next one? You don't know. Okay.
You guys stink. Anyway, this week I made Springtime in Wyoming Greenhouse Update and Happy Pit Bull video. That actually did pretty good. I liked it. My clone showed up, and that was pretty interesting. First time I cloned myself in a video. It's not the greatest, but
It was cool.
it was pretty cool. He has kind of an attitude. I'm trying to post a link right now.
Understandably. You're doing all the heavy lifting.
Nathan just got a whole big old load of oak lumber for a really good price. Free, 50 free.
It's a good price.
That's a really good price.
Inspirational collection.
Yeah, inspirational collection. He didn't tell me how. We were just messaging right before the live stream. So
Dave wants to know if wood chips counts.
wood chips,
Wood
yes,
chips counts.
wood chip counts.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right, Virginia. Very good. I had this posted 2 hours prior to our live stream starting, and we didn't get any 2 hour notification or half-hour notifications, which was interesting. I might start doing that the day before. Andrew and Sam and I discussed a test. Andrew's going to actually test it this week in his live stream to see. He's actually already scheduled his live stream, and there was some trouble with that, so we think we fixed that. That was awesome. Cerebral Killer is here. He is a regular. Mr. John 613 from Ontario is here. You want to see a guy that works on some old cars and some geese and some. He's a fun kid, Mr. John 613. His dad got a lumber. Dubois is here. Oh, we were going to talk about gardening, but first we got to talk about.
But first,
What are we going to talk about first?
I think we were going to talk about gardening, and
Gardening, our
gardening,
favorite.
hoard management.
Hoard management
Yeah.
too.
It all goes together. I was wondering who all was cooping. I even asked who all is cooping.
Well, Dave, Big Wave Dave in New Hampshire, he got an early coop start. He was building his coop way before snow was gone, but he has an inside type of thing. He's like the heavy duty coop.
Heavy duty coop.
Yeah, with like Frankenstein chickens. I mean, he built the thing up.
Franken chickens.
Yeah, like gigantic chickens. I don't know if you can even make them, but Dave was prepared, making a super heavy duty coop, which is an awesome design.
Cooping.
But
Beef and cooping.
Oh, it's like a beef and 11 cooping, yeah. Andrew just beef and cooped it, yeah.
Exactly. Yep. All right. Who else is cooping?
Green Acres is cooping.
Green Acres is cooping.
Yep. Amanda and Dave are cooping.
Okay. Yep. I've seen some of that.
A little more industrial cooping.
I like the industrial cooping. You kind of admire that style.
Yeah.
Throw in a little bit of Hope This Works, and I was awful proud to see denailing going on there. I mean, it was like a Hope This Works style cooping.
Yep. Amanda and Dave been doing some serious denailing.
Absolutely.
She's made some, like, I am the chief of this coop Instagram posts, and you know, Dave was running camera. Nathan was going to be cooping. Yeah. Big Wave Dave has like 2x10 joists and truss-like structure.
Nice. And we want to be cooping.
So we've been in the back, kind of out on the back corner of the greenhouse. Have some mismanaged, inspirationally collected items there.
Not yet managed.
Not yet managed.
We talk about it in terms of maintenance. When you're going to be responsible for hoard or inspirationally collected materials, you have to do maintenance. And he talked about it in terms of processing again. Like it was processed when it got here, wherever it came from. Okay, that's that stuff. Now that we need to make some changes, movements, it's spring. Things are, starting up out here. So there's some hoard management going on.
Dave says collection management yesterday.
Collection management.
So in preparation to a chicken coop, completely recycled lumber. I've been doing I've got a pretty good inventory of what I can use. And so I'm actually inspired by yours, Dave and Amanda. You know, it's like, I want to do like that one too. So they're, it was an old cabin that was on the property that was kind of torn down or dismantled. So they've been salvaging all that stuff
Nice.
to redo. Yeah, it's just totally awesome.
There's an old chicken coop. I know where it is.
Well, you could go do chicken coop salvage. It's pretty beefing.
It's got 30-year shingles.
So, Kathy's here from North Star Prep Stutter. Thank you, Kathy. Hello. I knew there'd be a good build video. There was going to make a good build video of that. Fun build video.
Cool.
I own 58. While we're on the subject of inspiration collecting stuff, I have 58 of this one particular item. Count them. I got these 58 items plus a large amount of accessories that go with these 58 items for like $8.
That's a good score.
It was a good score.
8 of any.
And I'm finishing up a video tonight that is going to explain why I have 58 of these items. Some of y'all may not collect them. Yeah, I just can't say anymore. But it's going to be a good video. So, not small engines. I would love.
And not hammers.
Not 58 hammers. Not 58 lawnmowers. You own Andrew, you own 58 lawnmowers, but no grass.
A little bit of grass.
Got some grass. 50, I don't have 58 dongles. No, Kathy. I have one toilet. That's funny, Andrew. Oh.
Look,
Yeah, he commented on my work. Brian Parendi, yeah.
Hi.
Hey, Brian, glad you're here.
It was funny.
It was. I was like, oh, I'm saving that one. If you don't know about that one, I don't have a link that I can throw up. It's I think No More Corn Husks. It's my vermicomposting. So I'm a vermicomposting playlist. Yeah. So hi, thanks.
Come on in.
58 lighters on your dresser? No, Mr. John.
Although that's a really good guess.
58.
He was always a lighter snatcher.
Yeah, not 58 cookbooks for worms. You'll find out tomorrow. Should be done. Good vid, but it's very, very informational too. You know, I actually, it's not a comedic vid. It's a little comedic.
It's gonna be unique because it's Kevin.
It's informational.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
It really is. It's resourceful.
It is.
It's right down your alley.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Next subject.
Yeah, the box is finished. That's next. It's right there. Boom.
So, Coop project.
Not the box.
Some industrial worm projecting.
Yes.
We have kind of a self-imposed deadline with about 7 to 10 days. We need to go get some manure and some cow manure and some chicken manure. 2 different loads, and we are going to do some soil amendment, some vermicomposting on the more industrial type stage, which makes soil amendment, I was flipping over some beds today, my pumpkin bed that's in the greenhouse, and there are just veins of black.
Smells like dirt.
Turned it into kind of a lasagna compost bed. Late fall when the pumpkins and the squash came out, and I'm just amazed at how it's taken off. So what else would we taking apart the pig pen and defencing quite a bit of area back there.
Hi, Bob.
Bob's here.
Bob's here for only a minute, so make it count.
Even misspelled it. He must be in a hurry.
Must be a last minute. Make it a good one.
Oh man.
What are you working on? What are you working on? You're doing the
For
lasagna
Bob,
stuff?
I crawled down a dulcimer hole under duress today.
It's a good minute.
I know. I got a comment from a subscriber. Hey, something about dulcimers. I'm like, I know where she wants me to go. So I did. She knows who she is.
She does.
How
you doing there, Bob?
Bob's on the road in Missouri, I think. They're going to some places. And I'm not allowed if I don't remember if I'm allowed to tell or not, so I'm not going to say. Segue to something else.
Well, we were discussing what we got going on out here, because it's Koopin, beef and Koopin, and so there's been inventory maintenance,
Yes.
redirections with things, reprocessing. Flipped over the lasagna in the pumpkin bed.
Where's the map?
What now?
Well, we get Bob to point at the map. Sam wants us to point at the map. Make Bob laugh. We don't have a map.
No.
It's right. Right there. Yes, building stuff from a junk pile. Actually, Mr. John, you may be interested in something. I got kind of sidetracked and squirreled the other day standing out in front of my house, and I'm looking at this piece of equipment that I scored last year.
Bye-bye.
if y'all were around, see you, Bob. Thanks for joining. Um, that I scored last year, and I'm like, I know what I might be able to do with that. I should make a video about that. Get some feedback from some people on what I should do with that, and if I should put it in the
Oh.
yeah, the snowmobile motor.
Mm-hmm. Tell them what you want to do.
Do I have to?
Yeah, if you don't, I will.
We don't know if they're listening. Oh, come on, nobody likes to tease. Well, I have a Polaris 800 triple snowmobile engine, liquid cooled, that's claimed to be a rebuilt motor recently. I got that on a kind of barter
Collection.
type collected thing, and I have this two-wheel drive Honda four-wheeler frame out back. Doesn't have a motor. It has wheels, tires, front controls, all that stuff. So I'm kind of thinking about upcycling the snowmobile engine
Exactly.
and resurrecting the Honda four-wheeler.
Big Wave Dave said Kevin wants to wear a helmet. So yes.
That's cool.
Kevin wants to go very fast
In a straight line.
for a short period of time.
Yes.
So I don't have that much bubble wrap. But he has these really big overalls. And I think if I stuffed them with plastic bags, then I have a fair supply of plastic bags and bags and bags. So that'd be a useful
Christmas Story.
thing to
The
do
little
with
kid
them.
on Christmas Story.
Kind of like that,
Yeah.
Whatever works, yeah. Okay.
Do it. Yeah. Yep. Totally gonna do it. I may have to make yeah, Mr. John. Liquid cooled
Don't
two-stroke.
set yourself on fire. That's good thinking.
I'm going to address that, Mr. John. The way liquid cooled snowmobile engines are cooled is the snow. Your actual water jacket, your radiator, basically, for other folks, like our radiator in our car is cooled by air. But a snowmobile, the snow has to get spun up by the track and sticks to these heat exchangers, and that's what cools it down. So I'll have to do some tricky stuff.
What are the odds that this thing's going to catch fire?
Not very likely on
I don't have any
Tuesdays.
I got plastic bags and an Ephraim thingy.
Dave's kind of a word wart.
Okay, so thanks for that, Dave. I'll just distract him with other stuff.
I've gone fast in a
Right.
straight line before.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Mr. John, I think that Honda four-wheeler frame actually has a radiator on it. So I was kind of inventorying, what is there, what I could put together, what would I need.
It's a good video.
It is a good couple videos. There's no pavement out here, Dave.
No.
Kevin's butt sparking across the pavement, setting a light.
He's not allowed to go to the pavement.
No, I'm only allowed to stay on the dirt parts.
It's true.
Moving on.
Truly. All right.
I saw a fantastic video today. Tom from Whistle Ticket made his name Original Homesteaders. If you were here last week is when Tom and his family came out to Wyoming, traveled all the way from North Kakalaki,
Close.
all the way, visited some family in a couple different states. Went to Custer State Park. They came so close to us, but they were running behind schedule, so we couldn't meet up. But it was neat. But he put out a video today, the Original Homesteaders.
Need a
And
map.
it really does talk about a little bit of Wild West. It is a really good video. I'm posting a link here.
Cool. The
You
original
guys.
Homesteaders.
Wrong link.
Whoops. Wyoming, just in case you don't know, the other side of Wyoming is far. Okay, it's a long drive to get to the southern part of the state. So not having, I mean, okay, I've always tried to get people to go to Devil's Tower. Okay, we're an about an hour from there, but it's off the beaten path.
Right.
It is. It's, you can't move it closer to the interstate for their convenience. It's just not going to happen. It's far, and some people just opt not to because takes a while to get there and back, you know. So
anyway, I lost the link. I made it go. Yeah, I made it go to Noorsville.
I even stalled, man.
I know, it was a great stall.
Northeastern Wyoming, yeah.
Here, I think we got her now.
All right.
Find my chat.
My thumbs up won't stick. Just so you know, I've hit it 3 times. Okay.
What, your
the thumbs up?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was trying to tweet a live stream the other day for somebody else's live stream, and it wouldn't. The share wouldn't pop up. You click the share on the YouTube dashboard for that live stream. Usually, you can embed it or send it to Facebook or whatever, and just went boop boop, and just like, I don't know if YouTube like blocked his shareable side of his live streams or something. It was, I don't know.
Huh.
I don't think we have anything in the box, Mr. John. Live stream fueled by PepsiCo. It was a choice between Mountain Dew and Pepsi, and if she has more Pepsi than I have Mountain Dew, I drink one of her Pepsis. Try and even it out, because I'm weird like that.
Because he'll drink Mountain Dew or Pepsi, and I only drink Pepsi.
Brian was warm, but no.
Should have put the
What's in the box? I don't
it's
have...
a beautiful
Oh,
box.
that box.
It is a gorgeous box. This is the first one of its kind, and I'm really very proud of Kevin. Because it is a gorgeous box. I mean, it's beautiful. I get to see firsthand from the conception generally, you know, he saw a style that he liked, so he thought, wow, can I do that? And he, you know, put together some plans, right? He did a build in virtual reality first, okay.
Yeah.
And then found the parts and the pieces and showed me, and started putting it together and showed me, and just the details. Before he oiled it, it just looked velvety soft. I mean, it's stunning now, but the different parts of the process are fascinating. Just truly, I like boxes. It's a nice box.
It's a nice box.
It's a nice box. I could get to do more of those.
Oh, I'm actually
boxes.
I've been milling up more stuff to make more boxes, just like it. But then I started thinking about variations. I've got some exotic hardwoods, and I've got all kinds of other stuff.
Smell like.
And it's insane.
It smells like wood.
I actually surprise myself sometimes.
Oh, that's nice. Actually. Tell me the kinds of wood again.
Sides and bottom are all walnut.
It smells like walnut.
Okay. And the spines are cherry. The corner accents are zebra wood.
I don't know if I smell zebra wood.
The lid is center walnut and an old growth Douglas fir with that gray staining.
The walnut, I think you get the walnut out of it. It smells good. It smells like wood. I don't get any pine.
Really?
No.
No.
And I know pine.
Yeah.
That's what there is here.
That's what we burn.
Yeah.
To heat our home.
Yeah. We know pine. That's burn it.
Yeah, Dave. I actually want to get into some bigger ones too. With lining and
I'm not licking it.
No, who said that?
The tall bearded one.
Tall bearded. Oh. And trays and things like that. Some hinged models, secret cash compartment models. I think just the craft of me, that what I can't even explain it. Just
it's
what
a place
I
to
do
put something.
feels so awesome, and that's what I love doing. So I'm just going to keep on doing it.
Right? I think something like this, it's a one of a kind. It's his interpretation of an image in real life.
Yeah,
made of wood.
an
And
image shared to me on
Yeah.
Discord actually.
so it is whatever
Like-
the seer
Like,
sees it as. It's a place to put hopes and dreams or whatever,
you know.
It's pretty.
So it's sold, but I'll make more, definitely.
Sam would just put grandma in one.
Well, I mean, I could make one, yeah, totally. Where am I at? Matchbox. It's Young Zebra. Custom humidor. That's always a good idea.
Right on.
I
Cigar
just
too.
I oiled it, Sam. Kind of a special mineral oil. Hope this works. Extractment ish process.
It turned,
It's
brought out the browns and the grays. It did. It was fun to watch.
Yeah.
I saw it in person.
I don't know if it's, we don't have any light on in
No,
here,
but-
but you get the
The
real.
accents really popped.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try different combinations of wood, and I don't know if I really like the knob or
I
not.
like the knob.
It's proportionate, but I like people's opinions and comments and said, "Hey, I like it."
Right.
I didn't even. Where's the cat? Is he close to the internet cable?
Oh,
Is the cat close to the internet cable?
I don't know where he is. We're back.
Is it really?
Whoa.
526.
I think
Yeah.
you're- oh.
Is that-
There we go.
yeah. That's
You
interesting.
blaming the cat? I don't know where he is.
Dave says we can do music boxes. You can buy the guts.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Just like, watchmakers and things like that. You can buy the guts for clocks and stuff
And
like
the
that.
felt and the stuff to build the little
Yeah.
jewelry box. Yeah,
This
absolutely.
This creation is totally what I had on hand. I didn't purchase anything. I thought about actually investing in some more raw material for lining and some things like that. And, a lot of this was just trying to perfect a craft, Yeah, cats are jerks, Dave. No, Amanda, we were not.
I know
mean,
better
we-
than to play footsie. I'm afraid to break the internet.
We can. Couple of blanks. We're back.
Okay.
Abducted by
fuzzy.
aliens.
Fuzzy.
Actually, no, the neighbors are awesome neighbors. They moved out.
They
and-
left.
Yeah. So we have all this.
It's up for grabs if anybody wants
Really,
it. Just saying.
it's cheap.
It's for sale.
It's green though, but
Mm.
now the pick is fuzzy. That's what Kevin's saying. The drag. I wonder where's mine.
It looks good on mine.
It does. Okay,
Yeah,
that's cool.
but I get a little, well,
I lost where we were at here. Yeah.
we're about the halfway mark. Where do you want to be?
Halfway mark.
Halfway mark. Well, good.
Okay, we're good.
Okay.
I'm happy.
All right.
Where's my chat? There we go. Okay.
Manure in the future.
Yes,
Oh,
manure.
yeah.
We're going to manure.
Compost systems.
Yeah. Seems like everything's happening at once. We have some cool grocery store type racking that was inspirationally collected, and that's all going to go on the north wall of our greenhouse. We have a decent footprint. It's 25 by 16.
It's just not big enough.
But it's not big enough, so we're going to go up with and be pretty selective with height
Use
of
the
crop and
airspace, yeah.
rotations of crops and things like that. We're doing our plastic bag germination technique right now, and we have a lot of sprouts.
Right
The
on.
hardest thing we had to do was decide what we start first.
Right. I had a stack. What's first? Okay, the stack is this big. Okay, so what's first? Well, here. No, you got to pick one.
Yeah, so we had to cull for our first wave of germination, but we're going to start putting some stuff in dirt. We got cauliflower and broccoli and Brussels sprouts.
List.
Uh,
Let's see. Sprouts. No.
Oh yeah, you're right.
cabbage, broccoli,
Broccoli. Mm.
and cantaloupe and Brussels and the giant honey tomato.
Yes, that Trinity
That's
and
exciting.
Angel sent us giant honey.
Pumpkins,
Yep,
Tiny Tim tomatoes,
never had those before.
and yellow pear tomatoes, cauliflower,
Yep,
and the dipper gourd. See if it
try some dipper gourd.
does that way. And then we planted some things actually in the greenhouse.
Yes, we did.
Remember what?
Kaleidoscope carrots, a full bed of kaleidoscope carrots.
Because we like those.
Yes, and they did good, and it was actually kind of a short season for us last year with those. So
If we push hard, we can get 3 seasons out of it.
I would bet you we probably could get 3.
Oh.
We'd be going pretty deep into the winter, but with the information that I know of now, the greenhouse didn't freeze. The ground didn't freeze. So even if it does freeze, it's not going to freeze until way later in the season, February possibly.
And you can do things. There
And I'm going to be heating too. So
people I read about that do. I can't think of what it's called. It's like they put milk jugs over stuff. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
What is it called?
Kind of like a mini greenhouse.
Okay, so they use that in the wintertime, overwintering.
Overwintering,
Okay.
things like that.
So if you cover it for a while,
Sure.
it'll keep it. I mean, because there are parts of the greenhouse that get cold.
Well, a lot of people are doing, outside their planting areas, doing some cold frames and things like that.
Okay.
You can basically do the same thing inside a greenhouse on that cold wall, that south wall. So have lots of ideas. We now have to start some okra.
Because there's a challenge.
You say what?
Cue that link.
Cue that link.
Hey. Yeah, Nathan's favorite veggies, okra.
I know. Ooh.
We failed okra last year. What else do we have planted though, real quick? Leeks, lettuce, spinach, and kale.
Leeks, lettuce, spinach, and kale. Yep.
Yeah.
So.
What's next, boy? Some of those peppers, maybe.
Yeah, we got to start a pretty decent batch of Romas and some peppers. Get my Fresnos started, jalapenos, which are all safe heat from last year. The California Wonders. Yeah, absolutely, Virginia. Yep, that's kind of what I did with my one bed where I had my peppers last year. Peppers got cold out, and then I basically did a lasagna kind of style compost bin, and I tell you what, it did phenomenal. Pumpkins and squash came out of another bed, and I pretty much did the same type of thing. Kind of turned it into a compost bin, let it do its thing, and it's amazing what you can do with some simple soil amendments with what you have.
Yep. You were going to talk about a potato project inside the greenhouse.
Yes, I'm doing a mild potato project. Basically under that big center bed, that elevated center bed. Pretty much where we had our sunflowers, our radishes, our cucumbers, and then nothing under that one side. That's all going to be some potato patch right there. And I'm just going to continue to kind of any thatch and anything I rake up, kind of compost thatch it as we go.
Cool.
Just let them do their thing and see what happens. But the big potato patch is going to be out there. That's a manure project.
That's a manure project and some tilling. So that's what you were talking about. It's a full day project to get to the part that you need to fix on the tiller.
Yeah. It's not really a hard project. It's just you got to take a lot of stuff apart and then put it back together. So that was a free rototiller. I love that thing.
Right on.
Nice 6.5 horse Craftsman rear tine. It wants to slip out a drive when you're tilling, and it's a bushing on the inside of the gear case that holds the shaft. And it wears out enough so it comes away from the other gear set, and it's really an easy fix. But I got it for free last year. I wish we could get some lawn clippings. I just talked to a lady in town. Oh, that was Marcia. Speaking of Marcia, they were just raking their leaves. And leaves are actually a hot commodity around here. You don't have a lot of, you have evergreen trees, but you don't have a lot of any hardwoods or cottonwoods or anything like that. And that's good composting material, those leaves. And I asked her, I said, what are you doing with all your leaves?
She spreads them on the grass.
She mows them and spreads them on the grass and all her flower beds. I'm like, oh, darn.
You don't know if you don't ask, though, right?
Yep.
Let's see what else we had there. Racking we talked about. The heat exchanger pipes are going to get installed.
Yes. It may stay warm enough, no problem, and we're not going to need the heating system at all, but I'll keep working towards that. It's going to be...
How about you mail them, Dave?
20 trucks of leaves. Man, I wish. I remember my dad's, where I grew up at in Michigan, the whole back lot line along the fence line was a bunch of lilac bushes and snowball bushes.
They have leaves, man.
And that was all of his leaves and grass clippings just for years and years and years. It was just continuing mulch. And that's where I would go and dig for worms. So I'd go fishing. And that's, for 10, 12 years. That's where I dug for worms. It was just fantastic. I wish I could get some of that foresty earth, that humus. And Samson's probably going to come out here sometime. He can bring me a couple bags of grass or something.
Samson have leaves?
He might have some leaves. He can bring some leaves.
What if he wants to use the leaves?
No, that'd suck.
Too bad. Alrighty then. Horde organization we covered. Cardboard bin. You said a word earlier. Hookah Culture.
Kind of Hookah Culture, yeah.
Hookah Culture. Hookah, not like the Who's
no,
from
with a
Whoville.
G.
Hookah Culture.
Hookah Culture.
Hookah Culture.
It's said a whole bunch of different ways. Pocket full of grass. Well, hey, Rock and C, how are you doing? Lance just showed up. He's a busy man down in Oklahoma. Prep Center got out. Bob's gonna go see him, I think. Pretty sure. Oh, if you didn't see it, guys, I was gonna post that link.
Cue the link.
Cue in the link. My spline box video.
That box.
Yeah, that box.
Cue the link. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, wrong kind of grass, Andrew. Yeah, Dave. Family friendly, dude.
Who? Say it one more time.
Hookah Culture.
Tell me what that word means.
Sticks and soil and stuff all jammed together.
Natural stuff.
Yeah, natural stuff.
Okay. That's the cardboard bin.
Sam's Googling it right now.
Right on.
Yeah.
That's how you spell that. Wow.
It's like layers of branches and twigs and logs and varying types of decomposing material. Kind of lasagna-esque, I guess. I've really had a mind. We go over and get saplings from Grandma's property, pine saplings that we can, the trees we can plant over here on from their property. I thought about taking some rotten, decomposing, logs, things like that.
Stuff down by the creek, maybe.
Right. It help. I mean, it'd clean up, but it's a good resource because it's introducing a lot of organic.
It's piney though.
Well, right, but we can introduce.
Still organic.
Really, kind of the theory is, we could go to Home Depot and buy stuff, commercial products, but we have some resources around. Wherever you are geographically, you have some resources. So a decomposing log is excellent organic material,
Just adding something back in.
You're adding it back in. Okay.
Right on. Okay. Let's talk about your trauma.
My trauma, yes. My very first video I ever made starts out with, "Hi, Mom." Corny as all get out. Really raw.
I understand.
But it's my first video. So anyway, it's a pretty cool contraption. It's a dryer drum and a bunch of screen and 2 bicycle wheels and it's all homemade. And my initial intent was to use it to compost, but the bin is really kind of small. So what I'm going to actually use it for is sifting compost, sifting worm casting, sifting soil, things like that. So more of a machine to process than an actual composting area. So
Cool.
we'll be able to compost our uh, do better with human manure and the grasses and stuff and the sagebrush and stuff around here. I thought about harvesting the sagebrush grows and branches just keep coming off the bottom and keep dying off. That's excellent, like organic material because it's already kind of decomposed root material. We use that to kind of do some hookah culture too.
Right on.
So yeah. Make them out of sticks and compostable material and mound over it with soil and planting it. Yep. Drew is here. No, who's Drew? Was that Andrew? Hey Drew. Eli
Made it.
Eli made it. Hey Big Dave.
Not long after the trauma video, Billy Joe started requiring Kevin to wear hard hats when she was away from the stead. Yeah.
Yes, a drone fell on my head.
Yeah.
It wasn't really even an actual drone.
No.
It was a VCR duct taped to a big stick up in the air.
Not what I said.
It was good footage. It's back there.
It's back there ways, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Beefing.
So I was cruising Instagram, right? There seems to be this hashtag. Do any of you follow hashtags? I know we follow people on Instagram, but you can follow a certain hashtag.
Kevin occasionally looks at hashtags. Yeah.
I follow. Well, I have a Kevin's Wood Creations hashtag. That's a good hashtag to add to your
307
wood posts.
Struggle is Real is my baby. Yeah.
Right.
I'd like to see where it's going.
Effortless woodworking. That's a hashtag. You follow it. Whenever somebody posts to that hashtag, boom, you get a notification. There seems to be some sort of less than hostile takeover of one of the
A less than hostile takeover. Okay.
Instagram hashtags.
Who's taking over said Instagram?
I don't know who's
hashtag?
taking it over, but beefin is the hashtag.
I knew that. Who's taking it over? I guess you guys are just gonna have to look it up.
Right. So if you're on Instagram, look up the beefin hashtag. And it seems you would think it's about T-bone steaks, which it actually is.
Beefing.
Beefin.
I'm from Wyoming. It's beef. That's what you think of. Look, beef. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Color, cows and stuff
Beefin.
like that. Beefin. Yeah. And for any of you that don't have Instagram, I have an Instagram feed on my website. So if you ever, I'm always posting there stuff I'm doing. So you can just go to the website, pop to the Instagram feed. You never even have to go into Instagram, and you know what I'm doing. It's a great way to connect your content together,
Right. Without having them to require going to that platform.
Right.
Right on.
Yeah, rather than isolating the social platform. Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely.
And don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid. Okay, what we got?
What do we got?
I don't know where we at. Got about 17 minutes ish.
Yes.
Talked about all that. Talked about lean-to. In lieu of barn.
Oh, the Google barn?
In lieu of barn. A lean-to for lumber storage.
So when I was yes, you're right, Mr. John. I want to build a barn, right? And I have a lot of materials for the barn, but not all of them. But I have a said load of lumber and an aforementioned trailer of some sort that's traveling across the country, and I need a place for it. So the camper, which used to be kind of a chicken coop,
Storage /
storage,
place to throw things. Yeah.
it's going out back. That's where dead campers live, right? And lean-tos enclosed on both sides of the shop,
for lumber storage,
Uh,
yeah.
not heated, but enclosed
And a place to
and
put it.
and
Yeah.
accessible. So I have a place for more tools, more projects, more lumber inside, all that stuff. It's going to encroach our greenhouse. So my theory is, why don't I just connect it to the greenhouse? It's a good idea.
Right on.
So that's why I was out back inventorying lumber, things like that, cleaning up that area, and now we're gonna do some
The camper that has to move.
building.
Tell them where the tongue of that camper is.
Say what?
The tongue of the camper
What
we're
was-
gonna move.
What's the
You said the
question?
camper has to move.
Yeah.
Tell me where the tongue of that camper is currently.
The tongue of the well, it's not pointed that
It's gonna be great video. I'm just saying.
much. But let's get back on the radio.
All right, sorry. It was there, so I went with it. Gosh.
Hi, backyard gardening. I came by last week. That's cool. Birthday. When is I want to get on Audubon. Is it Audubon Society or
Is that the birds?
no
Trees. Arbor Day.
Arbor Day. I want to get some bare root trees. I want to invest in some bare
Trees
roots.
are awesome. Okay, I'm from Casper, Wyoming, which, if you're from Wyoming, you know that we have pine trees, okay? And not everywhere, not like
Right.
thick forests of trees. In Casper, where I grew up, there are the tree streets. So that means people 50, 60, 100 years ago planted trees, and that's where the trees are, the tree streets. And that's it. So, yeah, growing trees is fascinating. I want to plant roots.
Yeah. Growing up in Michigan, there's trees
They
everywhere.
had trees.
Everywhere. We had maple saplings popping up every single year in Dad's yard, and he'd pull some and he'd replant them. That's Mom and Dad's yard was full of maple.
I'm jealous of the with sugar maple. Is
Yeah.
that what it is? That red one?
Yeah.
That is such the most beautiful color I've ever seen in my life. They don't make it here.
Mm. Nathan said he had a couple trees. We have a friend that's going to give us a couple elm shoots, which is going to be fun.
Nice.
And then we can have some pine and dig a hole, stick a big couple scoops of manure in it, stick the tree in there,
Let it ride.
throw some sand on there, water them,
Water.
pray,
Pray.
pray.
Right. So we were talking about that too, and you actually had said you wanted to ask them. We're gonna disassemble the pigpen, take the fencing down, and make room for outside crops, but it has
Yes.
to be stuff that the wind and the hail isn't gonna trash, because that's just pointless.
So obviously I'm not going to put a nice tomato patch out there, but we were thinking more some ground crops, possibly pumpkins, squash. I don't know. What about beans? Like some pole beans.
maybe
Would
so.
they be okay in high wind and maybe thunderstorm areas? We're not sure, but it's super fertile. So the pig lived in there for 2 years.
Yeah.
So I till it up, and there's going to be the greatest soil to grow something.
You said, landscaping stuff. So marigolds and lavender, pine saplings, potentially. We talked about those. I like succulents. I'm fascinated by succulents. I want to do something. They just fascinate me. They're just pretty. I don't know what food crops though really would do well.
Not really
Squash
sure.
and stuff maybe.
Right.
Low to the ground things.
Bush beans.
Okay, so if you have the big leaves, my fear is that would do way too much damage to the big leaves. So maybe things with smaller leaves that have a lot of leaf cover.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Interesting. Okay.
So it's gonna be an awesome area. So.
It's beautiful in spring, although it was in the 30s. That's answering that question. What's the weather like? It's gorgeous outside today. It's springtimey. It's lovely.
Oh yeah.
A lot of breeze.
I spent as much time as I was able to. I had a lot of busy work and stuff inside, but it was nice. We watered your fodder. We're going to do some oats fodder for the chicken. Mr. John mentions an apple tree. I was talking to Dave, Big Wave Dave, if I could do a fruit tree inside the greenhouse, and he was all for it.
Right on.
You know, I have about 8 feet height, but if we,
And one panel you could remove.
I could remove a panel, but I'm thinking if we go wallapini next year,
see, that's interesting.
then I add so much more height in one section. I would totally baby an apple tree until it got too tall.
I know we could create an environment that's right. I think we could.
Just experiment.
Right, small trees even.
Yeah.
I've been, looking at those for a while, little trees. But I get fascinated by things like olives. They told me on a previous live stream, no, you can't build coffee. You can't grow coffee there. All right, fine.
Can't grow coffee. It's all right.
But I could grind it. All right. You did say, what's the weather like? You were talking about 2 days ago, or last week. It was about a week ago. We went 2 days without any fire at all.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and I've burned a fair amount of coal in our Princess wood stove, but I hadn't gone for 2 days without a fire in there. So I was in there. It was getting pretty chilly. I had a little cold snap. I was gonna light a fire, and I'm digging around in there, and pushing ashes to the side. And I tell you what, the son of the gun is still nice and warm at the bottom of it. So kind of a testament about leaving ash in your stove, and versus how much can stay in a wood burning stove. Sometimes that topic comes up, but testament to the type of stove and all that. So it's pretty interesting. It's still radiating heat after that fire is long gone, but it's awful hard to regulate when your temperatures get kind of moderate. This morning it was 34 degrees outside, and I'd started a fire. Well, by 10 in the morning, it's 70, 80 degrees in the house. It's like, whoa. And outside temperature has already risen. So it's kind of hard with the wood stove to moderate your temperature. Yeah, weeping willows actually are great for areas that are really, really wet. Ditches or places that you would want to extract water out of the ground, because they
so
just,
if you have a place that naturally has like standing water or something.
right.
Well, I know it's not here.
Plant some willows around it.
That's cool. Huh?
That was a common practice in Michigan, to avoid some flooding and things like that.
Interesting. Right on.
You know, similar from Dad. I think I ran out of my notes.
Well, I got more. Let's see. 1 more, 2 more, 3 more, 4. I got a couple more.
Do you really?
Yeah, buddy. I got design the sign.
Design the sign.
That's the note I wrote down when we were talking earlier. Yep. Probably the first thing you're going to see in Prepsteaders Bob video.
Oh, yeah.
Prepsteader Bob's video.
Yes.
When they roll down the hill towards Hope This Works, our homestead.
Yep. I have this log that's probably 10 inches around at the base, and it's kind of a big V. And it's about 8 feet tall, and it's probably 4 feet wide at the top of the V. And it's actually salvaged it twice out of a job site.
Twice salvaged.
It got unsalvaged from me. The lady that said I could have it, had some 30-day take-back rules, and then re-gifted it again. Oh, yeah, Kevin, you can have it. So that thing got loaded in the truck twice. But I'm going to make a sign, Hope This Works our homestead. It's some good, creative, nice woodworking sign. But then I'm going to put other signs. I've mentioned it in other live streams, I think, or private chats. If anybody remembers episodes of MASH, where they had a little sign that said Tokyo 380 kilometers and Los Angeles 2,400. Right. So I'm going to, on my sign, make little plaques for like my favorite YouTube channels.
Right on. That'd be fun.
Pointed in certain directions, and just, it'd be kind of like a sticker board.
That's cool. Right on.
It's not like we get any traffic. Nobody's going to see it.
Nobody except on video.
Nobody's going to get lost.
If you got here, you went too far. You are lost.
I'm trying to find the bearded giant. There's a sign in front of me. It says...
That way. How many miles? Oh, man. All right. All right. That's the sign. The envelopes.
Oh, the envelopes.
Oh, see, it's a good thing I took notes.
Man, you did have notes. Kept me right
I
on
was
track.
paying
She is
attention.
in charge of this stuff now.
You told me earlier you're in charge of this. I'm like, you better talk to me for a while. I gotta take notes. What have you been doing all week? So the envelopes.
The envelopes, yes. Another, if you didn't see my Instagram post, I posted a picture of like 6 or 7 business size envelopes containing some stickers going out to some people, which may or may not be in the chat right now.
Truly, possibly, maybe. Wow.
Sorry, Nora.
Go on then.
Nora had to go
Take your right
outside
flank and left flank. There you go.
right now.
So if you get mail from,
Oh, did you write them down?
I did. You want to know?
Do you want to tell them the reason I did that?
Yeah, you tell him.
I'm afraid of the paparazzi.
He doesn't want the paparazzi following
Like,
his man.
yeah, it's
It made for a great Instagram post. It was very creative and
Yeah,
clever.
yeah.
Okay. And sometimes you just got to do stuff because you think it's funny. Okay.
right.
So when you get an envelope from Elvis, you'll know where it came from.
Yeah.
The one from Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
There's one out there from Dave the Dude. Rest in peace. Peter Frampton. Good choice. Opie Taylor. He has a thing for redheads.
Yeah.
The International Math Conversion Council.
The what?
International Math Conversion Council.
Wonder who that one's going to.
You might be surprised, actually.
Yeah, you might be surprised.
So the envelopes. Talked about that. Horses.
Oh.
Horses. You said the neighbors moved away, but you know what else they did? They left.
They took all their stuff and
It's
left.
gone. They moved out. It's for sale. They're gone. They dropped off some horses.
A couple weeks later, they drop off horses for us
Right
to
on.
take care of.
They're saving their horses there. Right on. But now there's horses and basically right there. So Nora the dragon dog sits on the window and growls at them because she thinks they're going to eat us.
Yeah. Pretty horses, actually. I've been got some footage of them. They're really nice. So they're not our horses.
They're not our horses. They're visiting. We don't have next door neighbors. They're
I know.
nearby horses. They're pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else I got? We're almost down on Merkel Circle. About halfway through.
Yeah, I know it. I did 7 days of how can I use
Merkel Circle.
Big Wave Dave's Merkel Circle.
Come on.
And
Do you have a favorite?
I'm going to chew on that big chunk.
Yeah.
You know,
It's chipping away.
chipping away that big chunk.
I unearthed that within like 24 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So there was a lot of ways we did. I did coffee.
Which was maple coffee rocks.
It was awesome.
I put it on my
Sweet.
steel cut oats, and that was
Yep.
absolutely fantastic. Honestly,
Mm-hmm.
that was my favorite probably.
Yep.
It was good on the sweet potato.
On a sweet potato.
Yummy. I did glazed carrots with it.
Oh, that was
They were
fantastic.
the best part.
Yep.
Of that meal.
Intermediate retribution. I don't know what that means.
I think they're talking about
David Snake.
getting spanked.
Okay.
Okay, so any rate, Merkel Circle. And the last note that I have is you want to build a. Can you say it 3 times fast?
What did I say?
Trampoline chick shot. Trampoline chick shot.
Oh,
trampoline
Jason
chick
didn't
shot,
show up. I
trampoline
was
chick
saving
shot.
it.
Aww.
Jason at Start From Seeing Homestead made a chickshaw. So think chicken tractor, rickshaw. Thing's awesome. I am going to have a bunch of trampoline frame parts and I want to build a chicken tractor. But I saw Jason's chickshaw
And that's a good idea.
and I think that's a good idea.
Flippin' A.
Totally like
So then
Wait,
I need chickens.
he gave me this idea, Jason, that guy.
Let's see what you
Not
can
going to
do with
steal
it.
his thunder, but yeah, that is an
Right
awesome
on. It's a great
idea.
idea. I think that kind of what's that word? Imitation
Thank you, Backyard Gardening.
is
It's flattery.
flattering. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a great idea. I'm gonna use it. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, that's good. But I'm gonna need chickens and a coop.
Yep.
And that's why we're doing
Thank you, Dave.
hoard management and composting area to
Yep.
prep the area for the coop. Yep.
Yep. I would bet we couldn't dig down much more than 8 inches right now, and we'd hit frost still.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Yep. And I'm not really about going to attempt digging, because that'd be digging a hole for just curiosity's sake, and I don't really feel like doing that. So I don't have to bury any piers or posts or anything for the lean-to structures next to the shop yet. Got a couple weeks. Posts and piers for chicken coop, couple weeks. My main projects in this next week are going to be power equipment, lawnmower servicing, rototiller servicing, things like that. Some woodworking, of course, and get more seeds started.
Right on.
Yeah.
Well, everybody's starting to go.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I gotta pee. So.
Did I run over time?
No, you're
No, I'm right on
right
time.
on.
Man, this is like
Yeah.
never happened, guys. No maple cookies. Let's try that.
No, we should.
So, before I step out of frame.
I did actually look up some recipes, so maple cookies I did. Okay.
Everyone, thanks for joining us here. Hope this works.
Thanks for
We
coming.
are all about inspiration, education, motivation, creating curiosity, building relationships, cool boxes, friendship, and the Okra Challenge.
And we're all about the Okra Challenge.
Be nice to your tips and servers and your waiters. Please don't leave your popcorn boxes on the floor. Exit towards the rear. As always,